There is a question that nobody asks the poor. Not because the answer doesn't matter, but because everyone already thinks they know it. The question is this: what do you have to give? Most people would say nothing, but one man answered that question differently, and it changed the entire direction of his life. This is his story. His name was Rayan. He had been sitting at the same railway station for almost 4 years. Same spot, same hand stretched out, same empty eyes watching trains come and go. He wasn't lazy, he wasn't stupid, he was simply stuck. Stuck in a story he had been telling himself for so long that he had forgotten it was just a story. People walked past, some dropped a coin, most didn't even look. One afternoon, a man arrived at the station. Not rushing, not distracted, just calm. He sat down on a bench near Rayan and waited for his train. Rayan noticed him. Rayan stretched out his hand. The man looked at him, not with pity, not with disgust, just steady. "Before I give you something, let me ask you something. What do you have to give me?" Silence. Rayan opened his mouth, then closed it. "That is not true. You just don't believe you have anything worth giving. The day you find something to give, come back and tell me." And then he was gone. That night, Rayan couldn't sleep. He lay on the cold floor of the station, staring at the ceiling. What do I have to give? The question kept turning in his mind, like a stone in a river. But then, just before dawn, his eyes drifted to the edge of the platform. Wildflowers, small, yellow, growing through the cracks in the concrete like they had no idea they weren't supposed to be there. And something quiet shifted inside him. Maybe this is enough. The next morning, Rayan did something different. Before he sat down in his usual spot, he walked to the edge of the platform and picked a small handful of flowers. When the first person dropped a coin into his hand, Rayan looked up, smiled, and offered them a flower. It wasn't just a transaction, it was an exchange. He wasn't receiving charity, he was giving something. Days passed, then weeks. People began to recognize him, not as the beggar in the corner, but as the man with the flowers. And slowly, without even planning it, Rayan stopped thinking of himself as a beggar. One evening, he sat alone long after the last train had left. He counted what he had earned that day. "I didn't change my station. I didn't change my clothes. I changed one thing: what I believed I had to give." The flowers weren't the business. The shift inside him was the business. The flowers were just the proof. There is something most people get wrong about success. They think it starts with money, or opportunity, or luck. But it doesn't. It starts with a question. What do I have to give? Because the truth is, you always have something to give. A thought, a skill, a kindness, a flower. And the moment you start giving it, the world stops seeing you as someone who needs and starts seeing you as someone who matters. That is not a motivational quote. That is how identity changes. Not from the outside in, from the inside out. If this story moved something in you, like, share, and subscribe to The Quiet Turn. A new story is waiting for you.